Good morning, everyone. It's June 25th, so happy time to give you an update. Show you what's going on. Start off with the container tomatoes. They pretty much are still unchanged. Got one tomato on this one. Got a few tomatoes on this one over here. But I'm just not a container gardener, so I'm not sure I'll even bother with this next year. Got the plants coming on the back side of the fence. The raspberries looking nice and tall. Tomatoes are starting to get flowers, but I just don't think they get enough sun. Not expecting them to be too productive. Okay, alright, hopefully the sun's not too bad for you today. Here's the main section of the garden. Got my cherry tomatoes starting to be putting on a lot of fruit. Got some red ones back there. And I also have on this one a morning glory flower growing on it. Just binding up it, so that's pretty neat. The way I stake up my plants, I just use this stick here and then tie up the branches as they come. It's a lot of work. I know it's not the best way, but I don't have room to store cages, so I just end up tying string everywhere to get the plant to stay up. This one's got a few tomatoes on it. Not sure what variety this is. And the cherry tomato, got some turning color, picked a few already. Some of the blooms are dropping off, but plenty of tomatoes on this guy. Should be eating those pretty soon. Another big old bushy plant here. Not sure what variety this is, but it's putting on plenty of tomatoes. My tomato plants did have some blight, but it looks like they're going to survive that, so that makes me happy. This one's a scrawny looking tomato plant. Not really sure what went on with it, why it's like this, but it is putting on a few tomatoes, so it's not going to be a total waste. I got this tomato plant. It's already got some turning red. Picked one of these yesterday. This is the big guy here. Huge. Okay, got another one here. Got a nice red tomato down there. Another big tomato. I'll be hopefully picking that today. And it's got plenty of other ones, but they're almost grown flat, which is kind of irritating. Not sure if that's just not enough rain. It's been kind of dry around here or what the deal is. And I got my paste tomato. These are very heavy producers. Got one turning red. Little batch of them there. Another paste tomato here. Plenty of tomatoes growing. These grow low to the ground sometime. Those are actually growing on the ground and I can't get the branch any higher. I'm not sure what variety this is. It's got a few tomatoes on it. Not sure what variety this guy is either. Anyway, I don't bother marking the plants. I'll figure out what they are when they grow. Sorry about the walking so fast. Here's another tomato plant. I think this is a Sioux. It's got a nice red one there. I believe this one's a Kellogg's Breakfast, the orange beefsteak, and they're just not getting thick, and I'm not sure why. Hopefully they'll. This was a late bloomer last year too, so maybe that's why. They'll start picking up. And this looks like another Kellogg's Breakfast, but I mean, look at that. Look how it's almost like a scalloped tomato. I don't quite get it. So anyway, hopefully it'll start taking off. Here's one that's a little further along, and it's getting thicker, so I just got to be patient. Here's my habanero. Doesn't have any fruit on it yet. Not sure why. Oh, there's one finally down there. Guess it does have one. Few. So, okay, so that one will start. That's a late starter. not really too worried about it. Here's a big big bell. Let's put on one pepper. And that's it so far. Got the green onions looking good. I think they're ready to eat. Got some of them starting to brown a little bit, so I'm sure when I need them, they're there for me. This, I'm not sure what variety this is. No peppers yet. Here's one with one big bell pepper. I also had a big bell pepper back here. That was my first one, so I'm hoping that'll change color soon. Hiding under the tomato plant. One of my volunteer basil plants already gone to seed. Only got a couple thousand seeds inside. Same with this cilantro. I probably harvested about 500 seeds yesterday off of 2 or 3 plants. So I don't know why I let these go to seed and then collect them, because I don't need that many seeds and I don't use coriander. Okay, another pepper plant here. I believe this is the mini bell pepper. Starting to put on plenty of peppers. Right there. This one I believe is a jalapeno. Got a few peppers on it, but if you know anything about jalapenos, once this one starts, I'll have plenty of jalapenos. Rocotillo. This guy, if you look at my earlier videos, he was tiny just a few weeks ago and is really starting to take off. All my pepper plants suffered from frost damage. They're all rebounding nicely. And everywhere you look, volunteer tomato plants. Okay. This one I believe is a big bell pepper, but doesn't have any peppers on it yet. This guy looks like a habanero. No real peppers on it yet. This guy here, I'm not sure what he is. No peppers yet, but I'm sure they'll start soon. That one I think is a mini bell pepper. And I got a jalapeno here, starting to put on some peppers. And then the chili pepper is huge. I mean, it's by far the biggest one right now, and is starting to put on a ton of peppers. Just peppers all over the place. Guess I really just needed to grow one of these, but as you can see, there's tons of peppers. Okay. I think this guy here is also a chili pepper, but it doesn't really have any peppers grown. Oh, yeah, there's the first one. And yes, this will be another chili pepper. And I have plenty of volunteer basil. I mean, I pulled out half of it, and I still probably have 15-20 plants growing in here with the peppers. Not sure if that's good or bad. Looks like it's a jalapeno back there it's growing around. And I have this guy here. Looks like a mini bell pepper plant. And I got a volunteer one. Don't know what this guy will be. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, that's it on the pepper plants. Okay, when I started this garden, this little spot was open with a little opening here, so I thought I'd run a butternut squash vine. Now this thing is growing like crazy. It's going out, it's got 2 vines going that way. It's got at least one going that way, one going this way, and starting a new one here. And it has a ton of butternut squash on it. Got 2 there. Got 2 more there. Got one getting ready to start here. And going up along this vine, got 2 of them here. If I could find a male plant, I would pollinate those 2. I may do that. A couple volunteer tomatoes. And then going up this vine, got one starting there. And these are just starting, so I'm sure more will be put on this. Got a couple there. Got Got a couple there. This is one plant. It just goes all the way up to here. Just keeps on going. Got a ton of those. Got my radishes on flower over here. Cucumbers were a bust. I think I'm probably just growing them in a bad spot. But they not really putting any on. What's going on is not growing. Wondering if there might be some kind of disease over here. And then plenty of the lettuce is bolted. So just letting these go to seed and blow in the wind, and I'll let them come up by themselves next year. Okay, the eggplant. The eggplant is now starting to do really well. Survived the flea beetle damage. Got plenty of flowers on it, and I do have plenty of eggplants that have started. One back there. That one's starting there. Once these things start, you get plenty of them. One there. And this one's getting ready to start. And this one's got one right here. Plenty of eggplant. And compost corner is looking good. And this one is a mini bell pepper. I actually picked one of those yesterday. This one looks like it's a jalapeno. And another jalapeno. And the tomato plant. Not sure it's putting tomatoes on, they're just not getting big. So, not sure if it just doesn't get enough sun or whatever. But we'll get a little bit of tomatoes off of it. Something's better than nothing. Okay, take you over here for my yellow crookneck. Now, there were no male flowers, so I don't know if those are going to pollinate. I'll go over to the butternut and see if I can find a male flower. This is the zucchini. Doesn't have any on it yet. There might be one getting ready to start down there. And the garlic. If anybody knows about this garlic, I planted it like in February, so I don't know how it could be ready already. But all the tops have fallen. There's brown all over the bottom of them. I just don't know if I should harvest it yet. So if anybody has any suggestions on that, I'd appreciate it. And then my cucumbers. I had to start in a container because they're doing so bad in the garden. And I know I need to clip these. I just don't have the heart. So today I'll probably clip 2 of them. Maybe let 2 grow in there. I'm going to take you to the other side. Okay, here's the other side. Hopefully when I get down to the end the sun won't be too bad. The cucumber plants are looking like they'll survive. I just don't know if it's too late. It's almost July. No cantaloupe have started. It's only about a foot long, so we'll have to see. The tomato plant back here doesn't get a whole lot of sun. And it's got a tomato on it. So. And another tomato plant here. More tomatoes. I think all these flat ones that I have are all the Kellogg's breakfast. I'm not sure why they're starting like that, but hopefully they'll pick up. This is my best cantaloupe plant for now, which is kind of depressing, but facts are facts. Got a few vines on it. No cantaloupe yet. Another tomato plant here. This is where I had a black aphid infestation. And it looks like they are gone. Sprayed them with the hose, that must have done the trick. Right, this must be a cherry tomato plant. Plenty of cherry tomatoes on it. Volunteer tomatoes, volunteer tomatoes. Don't know that they will amount to anything, but nothing else is growing here, so we'll just let them go. A paste tomato plant here. Plenty of tomatoes on it. That one's actually looking pretty good. More radishes that have gone to seed. Another cantaloupe here. Got high hopes for this guy. He's kind of got the area all to himself. Another tomato plant. Got a bunch of tomatoes on the bottom there. Hey, the eggplant on this side of the house is not doing well. It got hit hard by the flea beetles because it was the only one over here. So I don't know if that one's going to grow or not. Butternut squash growing, but really no butternut on it. I think it had one that died off. Now it's got a couple getting ready. So hopefully it'll start taking off. This was going to be the asparagus, but nothing came up, so now it's just a weed area. Only one asparagus came up, and that was inside. I actually transplanted this one. So that's a shame. More butternut squash. It looks like I got a male flower there, so I can start pollinating with him. This is the one that started. I'm pretty sure it's dead. It's been this size for a week, but we'll let it go. It's not dead yet. Okay. I thought I saw one good-sized butternut squash on this vine. Not really seeing it. There's one there. Up there, so I should have plenty of. Oh, there it is. There's that one there. That's not too bad. That was looking good. Okay, this is the. Hopefully the sun's not too bad. I apologize for that. Show you what's going on over here. Oh, something. Okay. This is the zucchini that I transplanted. Had a rough start, and it's just not taking off. So hopefully it does soon. This is one of the radishes. I got plenty of radishes I let go to seed. I have not opened any of these yet. Waiting for them to dry. Hopefully before anything eats it. Looks like something got a bite off of that. I'll be able to harvest them. A whole bunch of them on the ground here. Now my poor carrots. They got destroyed by the deer. There's just, this should be probably 2 feet high, and I'm lucky if I got a leaf on any of them. So that's the part they haven't hit that much yet, and it should be a lot bigger than that. The carrots are doing fine. Here are the beets. I've been harvesting some of these. Some of them are getting pretty big, so they're going to start getting too woody, but I just don't need to eat this many right now, so leaving them out here for now. More radishes gone to seed. I should just pull these out. I don't need that many seeds. Yellow crookneck that I transplanted, starting to rebound. Sorry if there's too much sunlight. The peas, what I have left, I'm just letting go to seed so I can harvest the seeds for next year. Or this fall if I decide to grow them. Okay, and the raspberry plants. Something feasted on the leaves one day of that cane. For the most part, they're being left alone. Been harvesting 10 to 15 a day, and now they're actually starting to get very big. They were nowhere near this size. Now they're starting to get a lot bigger. And I'm getting a lot of Japanese beetles. This doesn't make me happy. Okay. And one thing I forgot is the blueberry plant. Been picking off a couple a day. It's pretty much running out. And it's got a few more left on it. So, get a few more. Got a handful this year. Hopefully that'll start picking up. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for now. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, flying cucumber beetle. Might take you inside and show you a few things I've harvested. So be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share with anybody you think might enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and happy growing to everyone. Alright everyone, thought I'd show you some of the stuff that I harvested. Got some beets here. Don't really need this many, but they're getting big. Gotta pick them before they get too woody. And cherry tomatoes I've been picking. Got some banana peppers here. And some jalapenos. And I think this is just a small sweet pepper. And a large tomato. And let me see how much this guy weighs, just for fun. $15 1/4 ounces, almost a pound. Not bad for one of the first tomatoes of the season. Okay, let me go show you some seeds. Okay, here's some other things I've harvested lately. I have a whole bunch of pea pods here. So now I won't have to buy any more peas. We had plenty that we had picked, so let the rest of them dry, and now I got free pea seeds. And I also have a ton of cilantro seeds, which I don't even need. I have more than I need already, but hate to not pick them. I've got a whole bowl full here of them, and some basil. And this is what my best cucumber looked like. Just awful. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see everybody in the next video.